Hello and welcome to Marbella with him and her. He is
PJ Lopez and she is
Hannah Murray.
And we're back.
We are back. We missed a week. I felt so bad. Did you?
I felt awful because it's become something that we love to do, and when you miss something that you're enjoying doing and people are actually mentioning it to you that we've missed one, we feel even worse.
Yes, we met a fan. So the reason why we didn't do last week, I'm really, really sorry. I wasn't feeling well. I really wasn't feeling well. And I was stressed about, we have to do the podcast because we said we would do it every week and I never wanted that to change. Even when I was away the week before, we'd pre-recorded one to make sure something went out. So I really felt awful, but we decided that health was more important.
Yes, and it's only 1 week.
It's only 1 week, and we thought, no one will miss us. They probably won't even notice. Well, they did.
They did, yeah. Someone came up to us and said, what happened last week?
Yeah,
Why was there no podcast?
We met Jill, who came
Hi,
up to
Jill.
us. Hi, Jill. She came up to us in the Hogan Stand last night and said, hi, I'm your biggest fan, which was really sweet. She said, why didn't you do the podcast last week? So, yes, that is why. So thank you, Jill. Jill said that she was the person who recommended her neighbour to come to the choir that I belong to. So.
And it was lovely. Her feedback on the podcast is that she doesn't spend all of her time in San Pedro or Marbella, and it's her way of keeping in touch with what's going on. So I think we're doing something right.
Yeah, definitely. And that was part of the point, you know, for people who live here who want to know what's going on, but people who don't live here who want to kind of keep in touch with what's happening in Marbella. So great to get that feedback. Thank you very much, Jill. Not only are you our number one fan, your words, but you might be our only fan. Oh, only fans.
Oh, no, that's a completely different kettle of fish, but I'm up for trying it.
No, I don't think so. So I was away a couple of weeks ago in Liverpool. I know it's nothing. Calm down. It was nothing to do with Marbella, obviously. I just wanted to mention it because if there is anyone from Liverpool listening, what an amazing city.
Yeah, you loved it, didn't you?
I really did. Dad and I went for the weekend. I've said for many years that Liverpool is my favourite city that I've never been to. And it's now one of my favourite cities that I have been to.
And you did the whole Beatles tour, which you and your dad are massive fans of, so
yeah,
well done you for doing it.
Oh, it was brilliant. We went to the Cavern Club. We'd pre-booked a Beatles evening, and they were so good. The guy who was John Lennon was more like John Lennon than anyone I've ever seen.
It was
before.
more like John Lennon than John Lennon was.
Yeah, we actually said that at the time. Really good. The people of Liverpool were so, so nice. Literally, as soon as we got off the plane, we went to find a bus, and I went on and said to the guy, does this go to the town centre? And he said yes, so I gave him 20 quid, and he didn't have the right change, and he said, oh, don't worry about it, and ushered us onto the bus. So that was really nice.
I'm sure in other places they'd say, you haven't got the right change, off. Get off.
Yeah, exactly. And the architecture was amazing, real interesting mix of angular glass modern buildings and the old traditional, but the liver buildings. So beautiful. I lost count of how many pictures I took from every which way possible angle. We did the Beatles tour, we did everything. We were staying in an Airbnb literally on Matthew Street, which is where the Cavern and everything else is, so it was unbelievably noisy. There was like triple glazing where we were staying, but Dad would sleep through a nuclear war, so he was fine, and I just had earplugs, so I was all right too.
Good.
Love Liverpool. Highly recommend it, particularly if you're a Beatles fan. While I was away, the cat did play. Cat or mouse? Who plays?
While the cat's away, the mice will play.
The mice play. The mouse played.
I was a mouse while you were away.
Where did you go?
I went to Guayaba.
I still can't believe I still haven't been. Was it good?
It's lovely. I mean, it's the same old Guayaba, which is a great beach venue right at the end of the Paseo in San Pedro. It's only open during the summer. It's like a traditional Chiringuito. They do lovely seafood and fish, and it's just got a great atmosphere. And I might have got a bit carried away with the excitement.
No.
Yes, I might have drank more than I should have done.
No.
And you were home that evening, weren't you? So
yeah.
Yes. Enough said. Glad Guayaba's open.
We're still talking, so it's all good. Something else that's happened this week, which is really exciting, it's all going to be launched in the next week, tomorrow potentially. Good Morning Spain, which is the TV show that I do, are now in partnership with the Hard Rock Hotel in Marbella. So we're going to be filming every week the TV show from the Hard Rock Hotel, which is really exciting.
That's amazing, isn't it? Because it's a lovely venue. We have been in there to see someone sing before, but we haven't spent a lot of time in there as a hotel. But we have been to the Hard Rock in Tenerife.
Yeah.
They're amazing places. I mean, the breakfast was epic. That's all I can say. I mean, you could have like a full roast for breakfast pretty much.
It was bizarre, wasn't it? You could have roast pork with waffles.
And they did waffles with people's faces on them, which was also quite bizarre.
You can get an Elvis waffle.
Yes.
Very weird, but really cool. So yes, love the Hard Rock. And what's really nice is doing this collaboration with Good Morning Spain. It was a real mutual appreciation. We felt really lucky to be there, and they felt really lucky to have us there. So it's really nice when you have that both parties really appreciate the other, a bit like us, really.
Yes, I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too. No, but it's good. We've said before, I feel really lucky to have you.
And I feel lucky you've got me.
It's not how it works.
Oh, okay. I'm lucky too.
No, but it's nice though, isn't it? Neither of us are punching much.
No.
Ow.
There you go. I've just punched.
We went to Guayaba Art Village.
Well
Is that
said.
how you say it?
I've no idea, but well said.
We've talked about them on the pod before when we first started doing the pod. I think the first week.
Yes.
We'd just been out with Bev and Jamie.
Mystery tour.
On a magical mystery tour. Nothing to do with the Beatles this time. Because they know everywhere. Jamie kind of grew up here, and he knows all really cool places to go to. So whenever we meet them for lunch, we never know where we're going. They tell us what to bring. They pick us up normally at about 10 o'clock and off we go. We went to this Guayaba Art Village, where you go into this museum and get a map, and then there's art installations all around the village.
Most people have moved out of these small villages, so they've lost all of their population. And they had a big poster here saying repopulation by art. And what's happened is artists, like proper artists and people that love art, have moved to this village, and they've created these art pieces all around the village. And it's become a real tourist hotspot. People go from all over Spain to visit this place.
Yeah, amazing.
Can't believe we didn't know about it before.
It took us about an hour to get there. It was over the other side of Estepona Mountain.
Yeah, it's still part of Estepona, actually, but it's because it's a windy road. It takes a long time.
windy, up a hill, down a hill.
It's near Gaucin. It's just sort of close to Gaucin.
So it took about an hour to get there, but then we worked out on the map, as the crow flies, it was probably only about 20 minutes away.
Yeah, well, which is the same as Ronda, actually. From San Pedro to Ronda takes about 45 minutes. But if that was a straight road, it'll probably take 15 to 20 minutes.
So we really recommend it. The weather was funny, though, wasn't it? When we were there, it was completely overcast.
Well, we drove into a cloud.
Yeah. And then by the time we got down on the coast, the sun came out again.
Yes.
Typical. We had friends, funnily enough, who went the following day and had similar photos that I took, but all of hers were in sunshine and blue skies.
We had dramatic skies and she had blue skies.
Yes. We have redone Lark in the Park this week. When we did Lark in the Park, the comedy sketches beginning of June it was all to raise money for Adana, a local animal shelter. And they very kindly asked us to do it again. They organised an event.
Comedy and curry night.
What could be better? So we did a kind of
Scaled down version.
Thank you. Scaled down version of Lark in the Park this week, and raised another €950 for Adana.
Which is a nice total now. What have we got in total?
So International Theatre Studio have now raised €2,784 for Adana.
Well done. Round of applause.
Well done, everyone. I was really excited this week to get back into exercising because I hurt my knee. I don't think I talked about it on the podcast, probably because I didn't want to moan. My knee's been playing up. I feel old saying those words.
It was a dance injury, wasn't it?
Oh, don't. That's even worse. When we went to the nightclub, we talked about that. And then the next day, my knee hurt. It's never been the same since. From dancing.
Yeah.
How embarrassing is that?
You were dancing like a 20-year-old.
Yeah, and clearly my knee isn't 20 anymore.
Well, nor are you.
I know. So I've stopped exercising the last month or so, which I've hated because I loved it. I really got into a routine of doing some great exercise classes. But it was after I did the Darkness into Light walk. That day, my knee was in a lot of pain. So you said, I think you should stop your exercise classes because they were high impact, what I was doing. So I haven't been doing anything for ages, and I've been getting fatter and fatter and more depressed.
Oh, don't be silly.
So the best form of exercise, if you need to be careful of your joints, and oh my God, is in water. And a good friend of mine, Audrey, started up her aqua aerobics class this week. So I went on Thursday, and it was absolutely brilliant to be exercising again. It's always a nice, fun group of girls. So it's a great, fun class. We're all chatting whilst exercising. And she's so good. She had those inflatable spaghetti things, those long floating devices.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's spaghetti.
Well, just because they're long, they look like spaghetti.
Okay, spaghetti in the pool.
Spaghetti in the pool. You're pushing the spaghetti down into the pool and you really feel it on your arms. It was great. So if you're interested in getting involved, well, we'll put it on the show notes. There's loads of new places opening in San Pedro.
Yeah, well, it's the summer season, so you'd expect so.
Unbelievable. So if you remember Lunique, which is on the beachfront of San Pedro, on the Paseo, about halfway, that's now changed, rebranded. It is Balagan. I think that's how you say it. I've no idea what that means, if anything. Dad and I went there the other day, but it wasn't quite open on Friday. We wanted to go there for lunch. It was looking like it might be. We sat down and everything, and they said, I'm so sorry, but we're not actually open.
Yeah, can you go away?
Yeah, they said hopefully within the next few days or so it might even be open.
But you had a
now.
look at the menu, did you?
Yeah, I had a look at the menu. It looks great. I mean, a great selection of stuff. There were scallops, there was steaks, there was lots of lovely seafood, really nice salads.
So it's proper restaurant stuff.
Yeah, proper restaurant.
Yeah, because as beautiful as the Paseo is, there's lots of sort of snacky places, but there's not many real proper restaurants.
No,
so that'll be good.
And it was beautifully done inside as well, kind of really trendy, like red and white stripes, and looked really, really nice how they'd done it.
Can't wait to try that.
We couldn't go there for lunch, so Dad and I instead went to Marbella for some battered grandmother with lime mayonnaise. That's my favourite.
It's the translations from the menu, and sometimes they are quite funny, and this one in particular has battered grandmother.
Yes, I love it. It's hake, and it's obviously like grandmother's recipe, I think, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's so succulent, the flavour. It's absolutely amazing. I cannot praise it enough.
So Marbella is actually a restaurant near the beach, not quite on the beach, but near the beach.
Yeah, just the other side of the road, right down near Alabadero. It's really reasonably priced.
Wine is, I think, sort of like 20 euros for the house wine, which is very cheap.
No, less than that.
Oh, less than that?
Definitely less than 20 euros. Yeah, really, really good prices. So if you haven't been to Marbella, highly, highly recommend that.
We went there straight after our official wedding in Gibraltar, didn't we?
Yeah, we
with
did.
Family members and friends, just for a quick bite to eat.
Yes. Was that what you call wedding breakfast?
Well, it was the official wedding breakfast because then we had the proper one at Alabadero, which was our big party, and we did the vows and everything there.
We're coming up to our 6th wedding anniversary.
7?
Is it? Don't.
I thought it was 7.
Is it?
Well, I've got a bit of an itch.
Hold on, 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 27!
Oh, now, see, when they say the guys don't remember anniversaries, I've just proven that wrong.
Wow, well done. God, I am itchy. 7-year itch, there you go,
Yeah.
7 years, we made it, despite what they all said.
So we can go our separate ways now. We got to 7. Yay! We've achieved it.
We need to look up and see what the anniversary present is for 7 years. We always do anniversary presents, don't we?
I think it's a gold medal, isn't it?
Well, that'd be nice. Melt it down into some jewellery. Thank you very much. We went to a party this weekend, rock and pop stars party. You had to dress up as a singer and then sing karaoke as that singer. So we spent quite a while trying to work out, A, who would be fairly easy to dress up as that wouldn't cost an absolute fortune, and B, a song that we could sing that kind of fitted with that. So
You went as Madge.
I went as Madge.
Not from The Simpsons, I might add.
That's Marge.
Madge.
No, Marge from The Simpsons.
I thought it was Madge.
No, it's Marge.
I don't watch The
Maggie.
Simpsons.
Maggie is the little girl, and Marge is the wife.
And if you put them together, it would be Madge.
So I went as Madonna, and I ordered these lace leggings from Vinted. They've been at the sorting office for the last 5 days. I'm so annoyed. Thankfully, they were only a couple of euros and then a few euros for delivery. So I reckon they cost about €6-7. But
What are
I
you going to
still
do with
haven't
them
got
now?
put them back on Vinted.
Oh, good choice.
Yeah, but very annoying. But you went as Suggs from Madness.
Baggy trousers.
And you sung that?
I did.
You were good.
Was I?
Oh, come on, a bit more enthusiasm.
No, well, I'm not a singer, so I get a bit self-conscious, I should say, when anything like this happens. But I thought if I choose Madness, he doesn't really have to sing because it's all sort of talk singing. So
Yeah.
I got away with it.
You did. You did really well. It was great. You had the red braces.
Red braces, trilby hat, sunglasses, yeah.
rolled up jeans and
Yeah.
boots. You look really good.
Thank you.
We are really enjoying the Euros. It was nail-biting stuff yesterday. England went to penalties. Oh, my goodness.
We love a good penalty shootout.
Oh.
Not.
Oh,
But you did like a good penalty shootout. So I was watching the Portugal match, not the one that they've just lost, but the one before that, when they went to penalties, and Hannah wasn't interested, but she said, if it goes to penalties, please call me and I'll come and watch it. So it's a bit of sadistic, really, but she came down and
Yeah.
she watched the penalty shootout.
well, it's exciting when you're not really bothered who wins.
Yeah, and it was great, wasn't it? 3 saves from the keeper, Costa.
Yeah, he did really well. But England did even better. It was the best, I think, well, no, it was the best penalty shootout I've seen England do.
I think I read it's the only time they've got 100% in a
Wow.
shootout like that.
Brilliant. So well done, England. Unlucky Switzerland. Have to say, England didn't play amazingly well.
Nor did
again,
Switzerland.
Did they? No, nor did
No,
Switzerland.
it wasn't the best semi-final.
No.
But I think problem is when you get to that
Quarter-final.
when you get to that stage, I think everybody's cautious. You know, nobody wants to run forward and push everything forward.
Which is silly. They should be hungry. Spain is playing like they really want to win.
Well, Spain have got some young players, as we've mentioned before, and I think they have hunger because they're younger. And these guys really want to prove themselves, and they haven't quite got this sort of like, oh, let's just waste time and do this and do that. They want to score. They want to make a name for themselves.
It's very annoying, very frustrating watching England. It has been so far in this tournament. Gareth Southgate doesn't seem to want to get his subs on until the last second.
No, that's been a big talking point because, you know, when you're coming up to the last 10 minutes, it's not a lot of time for substitutes to make an impact. I will say both times he's left it late actually turned out to be a good move.
They have made an impact.
Because number one, they've made an impact pretty much straight away, and England have gone on to score. But also, they both went to extra time, which meant we had fresher legs than the other team. So I don't think he planned that, and everyone was shouting at them saying, "Go on, bring a substitute on!" But he did, and we won. And unfortunately, we won't be watching the semi-final.
Oh, unbelievable. So the 2 semi-final matches coming up now. We've got on Tuesday night will be Spain versus France, and then on Wednesday night England versus the Netherlands. And on Wednesday night, we've got 2 other things on. ITS have got a play reading because it's Bastille Day. We're doing Hello Hello, I think, aren't we?
I do apologise.
That was one of his lines from Lark in the Park. We're going to be doing a play reading, and then we are going to watch The Cause at Starlite.
I love the cause. I love Andrea.
Okay.
7-year itch.
Steady.
Oh, right, sorry, too much.
I'm sure she's very happy with her partner.
I'm sure she is. She hasn't seen me.
Oh, God. So anyway, we're going to watch The Cause on Wednesday night, so we won't be watching the football.
Go on,
on,
go on, leave me
stop
breathless.
jumping up and down.
Sorry.
This is really embarrassing. This sounds extremely extravagant, but it's just how it's worked out by chance. Next week, I'm going to Starlight 3 times.
So do you get like a loyalty badge?
I should do.
You should.
Still have to pay full price for drinks, I expect.
I've heard that the drinks are quite expensive
Yeah,
there.
absolutely.
I've banned Hannah from drinking anything there. And you can't take your own water because they confiscate
Oh,
that.
no, yeah, they search your bags.
Oh, and they take sweets away from you now.
Yes, apparently you can't take sweets, anything to nibble. They want you to buy everything at the venue, so don't even bother trying to take anything.
Or
So-
drink anything. So drink lots before you go.
If you want to. But I'm going to see on Tuesday night, Dad and I are going to see Keane.
I wasn't keen.
You weren't keen. I'm really excited. I love Keane. They're brilliant. Wednesday night we're going to see The Cause. And then on Sunday night, when the final of the football
Which
will
I
be...
will be watching if we get through.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be watching it anyway.
Yeah. I'm going to see Take That.
You are. You're excited, aren't you?
I'm so excited. And I have to mention, because there are still tickets available, Take That are performing at Starlite on the Sunday and the Monday evening. And on Monday afternoon, Howard Donald from Take That is going to be doing a DJ set at the Sala By The Sea.
I know. How cool is that?
That's super cool. Unfortunately, I'm going to be working, which is very annoying, even though I love my job. So I won't be able to go. But there are tickets available. So if you want to see Howard up close and personal with him doing a bit of DJing, then Monday afternoon at the Sala By The Sea. We had friends over here from Qatar. So after...
Qatar or Qatar?
Qatar.
Qatar?
No, it's Qatar, isn't it?
Don't know. I'm sure it used to be pronounced Qatar during the World Cup.
Really?
Yes.
No,
Yep.
Qatar.
Qatar.
Okay. We went to Inch with our friends. Love Inch. The food there is so good. All the noodles and the sushi. Loved
Do you
it.
remember Inch High Private Eye?
No.
Okay, carry on.
Our friends from Qatar were saying that everything is so expensive in Qatar. Everything's like at least double the price of what it is here. And I was just trying to imagine that. You know, we were talking about wine, which I know friends have said when they've been to Dubai before, which is similar, I think, price-wise. You could pay like 25 euros for a glass of wine.
Well, that's because supposedly they're dry cities, aren't they? Or
Oh, no, but it's not just alcohol, anything.
Oh, well, yeah,
That's
Dubai,
the
I think
price.
it's just everything's expensive.
Oh, but Qatar as well.
Well, apparently so. It's
Yes.
close to Dubai, isn't it?
Yes, exactly. Similar kind of area. So if you fancy going there...
And they
take
were
one
saying
way.
it's actually very close to Bahrain, and they've always been talking about building a bridge from Qatar to Bahrain, which they've never got round. So they went there recently, and they had to go through Saudi Arabia down and then up again. It was about a 4-hour drive.
Oh, wow.
But if they did the bridge, it would be like half an hour or something,
Oh, amazing. Another As the Crow Flies.
as the crow flies.
Yeah. So more things that are open in San Pedro. I want to quickly mention Maya Gardens, which we talked about a couple of weeks ago, which was the old wedding palace next to Alabadero. That is now open. We haven't managed to get down there
We
yet.
will
but
report back on that when we do go, because I've heard various things said about it in terms of prices, etc. But I don't want to make any comments until we've experienced it ourselves.
Yes. Looking forward to that. Chef by Divot is also now open, which is where Tabrasca used to be. Tabrasca?
No, you've just said that completely wrong. Tabrasa.
Tabrasa.
No, I've said it wrong as well. Oh, you've got me going now.
Isn't it Tabrasa? Tabrasa. Anyway, there used to be a steakhouse restaurant on the corner opposite Tonino's, the same road as... What's the blimmin' Italian called?
De Bruno.
The De Bruno Road. There on the corner, Chef by Divot. And Divot is a restaurant in Nueva Andalucia. And this is a kind of another one of those, Chef by Divot. Again, we looked at the menu last night. Lots of steak, fish, seafood, scallops.
Well, yeah, they've
all
got
sounds
meat
amazing.
hanging up in a fridge and stuff, so they've got proper steaks there, haven't they? But they had some very interesting dishes as well.
Yeah.
A mixture of what we've seen, and that's when we went to the Argentinian restaurant.
Taffy.
They had this beautiful dish which was artichoke flour grilled, so they have that as well.
And they've got that as well, yeah.
But then they had Caesar salad made at your table.
Yeah, love that. Love that.
So a bit of
Steak
theatre
tartare
as well,
made at the
yeah.
table. You can't wait to try that. So we've got all these places
And
we
reasonable.
want to
We
try.
did look at the prices, and the Caesar salad was €15, which
Yeah.
is on par with what you'd expect to pay.
Absolutely. But they make it at the table.
Exactly.
Anyone with kids, the Whibbit is now open.
Whibbit.
Which is a massive inflatable park, basically, in the sea. It's kind of in front of Playa El Nini in San Pedro, so down near there. There'll probably be a Whibbit in Marbella and Puerto Banús and Estepona. They're all the way along the coast, and they're
I
fabulous
think
for
they're a great
families.
thing that they start to bring in, because they're very well used, and it's just great for kids to be able to jump around within the sea. It's all supervised, so they don't sort of disappear and you never see them again.
Yeah, it's really good. A couple of articles from the Sir in English, because we're already doing a longer episode this week, because we didn't do one last week, so we don't want to bore the pants off you. The Christmas lottery tickets are
It's
on
not long
sale.
before Christmas.
Oh, don't.
Less than 5 months.
No. I can't think about Christmas until after my birthday in August.
I don't think about Christmas until probably 2 weeks before Christmas.
Oh, that's pushing it. A week before. El Gordo, which means the fat one.
Why are you looking at me when you say that?
The tickets are now on sale, which is very early for Christmas lottery tickets. Why are they doing it so early?
They want to cash in on tourism. Apparently there's going to be lots of people going on holiday and they want people to buy tickets. And apparently people have been asking for them to go on sale earlier.
Well, there you are. There was a headline in the Surrey in English that read, "This is the moment 60 birds were rescued from illegal breeding ground for fighting cocks in Malaga." Are there a lot of cocks in Malaga?
Well, I think they were referring to the hen parties in Porto Banús.
Yes.
Moving on.
Torre del Mar's Weekend Beach Festival this weekend. Europe have already played.
The final countdown.
That was really loud.
Well, so are they.
Do you know where they're from?
Sweden.
Oh, how did you know that?
I read the article.
Oh, man, I wanted to test you. I would not have known that in a million years, that Europe were from Sweden.
Well, they are in Europe.
Yeah, I didn't know they're from Sweden, though. And also, there's another big music event this weekend, but there's been a petition against a reggaeton beach festival in Nerja, expected to attract 10,000 fans, because they say it's an affront to women's rights, as the lyrics are a synthesis of a culture that incites rape.
I'm not a fan of reggaeton, so I couldn't comment, because I don't think I've ever heard any.
No, I mean, I wouldn't know about the lyrics, but it reminded me of, I remember people still do have a lot to say about it, but in the 90s, people used to get upset about rap artists using words that were derogatory to women, very kind of sexual lyrics, or putting women down and things, which has always been the case. And I remember thinking, yeah, that's a good point. The artist just kind of justified it by saying, oh, it's just a form of musical expression, it's art and all that kind of stuff. And you go, yeah, okay, but I kind of agree, to be honest.
Listen, if
rap
they do,
music.
I don't see why any lyrics have to be derogatory against anybody. Because where do you draw the line?
Exactly.
Music should be music. It should be happy. It should make people want to sing and not incite anything.
No.
You do get protest songs. I get that. You could say that John Lennon's Peace was a protest song.
Oh, absolutely. But I mean, that's not offending anybody, is it?
No. Yeah, I'm in agreement, I think, as well. And you've just reminded me, when you're talking about this and inappropriate things, I saw a friend posted up something on Facebook today, and her child has stickers for Burger King. And apparently,
Yes.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
And what did it say? Give me a burger, bitch, or something like that.
Yeah.
As one of the stickers for children.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, couldn't believe that.
Yeah, really shocking. Enough is enough.
Yeah. Boycott Burger King, that's what I say.
We can't say that. We might get in trouble.
Don't boycott Burger King unless you really want to.
Yeah, get the stickers and make your own informed choice. Okay, thank you. We've done a very long episode today. I'm sorry if it was too long. We'll go back to the normal length next week. It was just because we didn't do one last week, so we had a lot to say.
Yes, we had 2 weeks worth of information to give you.
Exactly.
Now we're back to our old boring lives again with 1 week of things going on.
Well, it's not boring. I'm going to Starlite 3 times. I think that next week's going to be pretty exciting.
Yes.
We'll say bye-bye. Have a great week. Thank you so much for your lovely comments. Please continue to get in touch with us with any comments or ideas you have for us. You can contact me on Instagram. I'm at Radio Hannah.
And I'm PJ Lopez 1 Marbella.
It's goodbye from him.
And it's goodbye from me.
Me.
It's all about me today.
Okay.